matter of weeks in some niches, depending on the level of competition, or from little known citations. Okay, citations is what tips the balance of the three-pack. So I'm going to be going into that, and just remember, before we start, I do the same thing in every training. It's important to ask yourself why you're here, right? This is your training, not mine. It's not Jack's. It's yours. So embrace it. Take what you can from it, because whatever you take or don't take, for that matter, is going to be for you, for your business, and of course to progress further in that endeavor. So let's jump through. Of course, this is the case study results day. By the way, you can see the replay of the previous session if you weren't present. All right, so you'll be able to see that on Jack's website, and the members area. So you'll have access to that. In case you've got any questions, I'll be covering stuff that we talked about in the previous session as well. And in fact, it's a good time for me to just confirm if it'd be good to know who was present. If you were present in the previous session, just drop me a quick 1 in the chat box. If you were not present, just give me a quick 2. So 1 if you were present, you saw the presentation, and 2 if this is the first time that we are meeting. All right, so it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. No worries. All good. So like I said, I'll be covering a little bit of what we talked about, but if you want to go into more detail, then just watch the replay. Cool? Perfect. So today is case study day. We're going to show you how well we ranked in Google. I'm going to show you how we did it. Very simple, and how you can too, and then some simple tricks to scale and get 10 times the traffic you're getting right now, and ultimately how to reduce both the cost and the effort of traffic by over 90%. All right. So where are we? Yeah. All right. So just go down. This is myself here. Yesterday I talked about who we are in terms of Chris and myself. So this is my partner Chris with Press Cable here, Chris Munch, and I'm just below. And together we represent Press Cable, which in turn is responsible for everything that you're about to see today. All right. Your time is important. I respect it, and therefore it's important for me, what to show you who you've invested your time to listen to, and that's me below, just in front of the board. And again, yesterday we talked about our backgrounds, how we've got to where we are, and how it wasn't always, rosy. Pushing a 7-figure company now, speaking around the globe, all that good stuff. And yesterday, I won't go into too much detail because of the time constraints, but ultimately, we talked about investing in yourself, even if it's your last dollar, driving change in our lives by backing ourselves, and the importance of a step-by-step system. So Chris's journey is very similar to mine, but ultimately it comes down to having a step-by-step system, which we managed to create and which we're going to be presenting to you today. All right. Okay, so this is what it comes down to. If you, regardless of what your efforts involve in terms of getting rankings online, getting into the 3-pack, getting on the front page of Google, it's all about this right here. It's the tipping point. Okay, because something magical happens with Google. We talked about it yesterday, and there's examples of this, countless examples, where sites just take off. Okay, they literally take off in very short spaces of time. So here you can see the site from, just took 3-4 months, and then suddenly its traffic has skyrocketed. It's hit a tipping point, right? And it's gone up from 3,000 to 35,000 in a single month. So obviously something's happened here, right? Something's going on, and a tipping point has been achieved where getting rankings easier, adding pages to root domains becomes easier. Google just accepts you as an authority, and that's the key thing and the key ingredient for today. Authority, authority, authority. It's about Google looking at you and saying, you know what? You're good. You are good. I accept you. It's all cool. I trust you. I see you as an authority. And the way we're doing this, like I said, is using little known citations. Now, Yesterday we talked about citations, and your idea of a citation might be something like this. I'll just jump into it real quick. Just going to open this up. So, in fact, if you know what a citation is, just drop me a quick 1 in the chat. 2 if you've got no idea what a citation is. So 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. Perfect. Everybody knows what a citation is. Awesome. Awesome. For those who may be a little unsure, it's very simple. Okay, this right here is a citation on Yelp. Okay, you've got North Park in San Diego, and as we know, citation is just the NAP, right? The name, address, and phone number. And the more of this that appears online, so the more a business's name, address, and phone number, or in other words, the more a citation of a business appears in Google, the more authority it begins to get in terms of 3-pack listings. Okay? And the more of these you can generate, the better it's going to be for you. But the difference is, and here is the caveat, because this is a citation that you can see on a site like Yelp. But who knows about Yelp? Everybody knows about Yelp. Who knows about using citations like this? Everybody. Most SEOs know exactly how this works, right? But what if I said there's a way of getting more citations like this, turbocharging it, hitting that tipping point with Google in a very, very short space of time? So let me just jump back in here and just show you, excuse me, because if I type in, so we've got Press Cable San Diego. And by the way, sites like 123 Portable Rental, toiletrental.com appear all over the States, everywhere. They're in almost every major city, and the traffic that they're getting is huge. It's massive, okay? So if I type in something like Porta Potty San Diego, and I scroll down on the front page for such a big city, blank, that's the site right there, 123 portabletoiletrentals.com, okay? And the same goes if I'm looking for, let's say, a handyman in San Diego. And remember, Porta Potty San Diego, you could do Porta Potty Connecticut, Long Island, whatever it might be. There's tons and tons of cities that they're ranked for. So they're clearing up in terms of leads, in terms of getting, authority with Google, because they've already got it, right? And if I scroll down here, got another example. Here's another site called angieslist.com. Okay, if I click on that, it's a nice site. It's laid out. Again, it's on the front page of Google for a massive city like San Diego, which is very highly competitive. So Google obviously sees them as an authority, right? And Google obviously accepts them and says, you know what, it's fine. You're good. You are good. I'm going to put you on the front page for all these other cities. You hit a tipping point and bang. You add a page, you're on the front page of Google. You add a page to your website, you're on the front page of Google in another location. And it goes on and on and on. So you must be thinking, surely a site like this, just like we talked about yesterday, must be getting tons and tons of backlinks, right? No, not at all. Shockingly, there's not a single root domain linking to it, and there's not a, in fact, total links are zero. Zero. Unbelievable, right? So how, I mean, what's happened here? What has happened for these sites to just dramatically increase the level of traffic they're getting and get front page listings for fun? What's happened that Google has accepted them, right? So let me just go and show you another example real quick. In fact, I've opened it up here. Okay. Like I said, these little known citations is what it's all about. Now let me show you one here for San Diego that most SEOs, most people doing SEO, most people trying to rank in Google, the so-called experts, have no idea about. No idea. It's incredible. And that's a citation right there. It's a little known source. But the incredible thing is the site that it's ranked on, right? So we've got NBCRightNow.com. If I just quickly show you how much authority we're talking about by listing this page and having that citation. Look at that. Incredible. And yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago, in the previous training, I showed you a little-known method, right, that brings all this together and gets you 200 of these, like NBCRightNow.com, where you can post citations and get links from all of them. 200 plus instantly with a technique that takes just 10 minutes to do, right? I mean, that is incredible. And this is just one site. You've got sites like CNN, Fox News, ABC, big branded authority sites that you're leveraging instantly with 10 minutes work. So now you can start to see why we're hitting tipping points very quickly and we're getting in the 3-pack super fast. So yesterday, by the way, we showed several 3-pack listings and a case study where we got into the 3-pack. I think it was just by doing one campaign for 10 minutes and within 3 months. I mean, that's just once a month. If you're more aggressive, then you could clear up, right? But once a month, 10 minutes, and within 3 months, they were in the 3-pack. Bearing in mind, they were nowhere to be seen on the first page. So you would have seen that if you were present in that training. Anyway, let's have a look at some case studies then, right? That's why we're here. Where are we? Here we go. Okay, so the first case study then. And let's get some demand here. Who wants to see some case studies? If you want to see some case studies, drop me a yes in the chat box. Let's get some excitement. Remember, these are case studies that have just been submitted this week. In fact, over the last couple of days, by you. Each and every one of you were requested to send in your case studies. So apologies if we've missed any of you out. We were overwhelmed with the responses, so we had to pick and choose them, right? Otherwise, we would be here all day. So the first, excuse me, the first case study is, what do we have? We have, what are the keywords? Okay. So we've got South Boston reputation management. Just going to enlarge that real quick. Okay, it's showing me google.co.uk. Let's go to So I'm based in London, so it's showing .co.uk. All right, here's .com and South Boston reputation management. Boom. Look at the level of competition here. You can see with and all these companies are paying money, as I'm sure Jack's told you all about, with AdWords to be on this page, right? If I scroll down, who's first on the page with an organic listing on abcnews.com within, just look at that. It's going to highlight that so you can see it. Yep, 6 hours, which means it was submitted in the early hours of this morning. And already we are smack bang on the front page on top of Google. So I'm just going to highlight the headline of the piece of content there. So that's the first case today. That's incredible, right? We've got South Boston Reputation Management, small businesses, a marketing company launched. Unbelievable. But how many keywords can we rank for then? Using just one piece of content. Well, let me show you. So we've got South Boston Reputation Management. We're ranked at the top 4. We've got South Boston, let's try small business services, another keyword somebody would be typing into Google. Oh, look, and again, ranked at the top of the page. Incredible. And remember, the way we're doing this, as I talked about in the previous session, is by, obviously we're leveraging the brand. And remember, this has gone out to 200 brand name media sites, each of them having huge authority with Google. So you have 200 of these. This is just one. Some of them have hundreds of root domains, some have lower, but combined, you can't touch it. You cannot touch it. And that's why you hit a tipping point and bang, front page of Google. Google looks at you and says, you know what, you're good. You're an authority. I accept you. I trust you. Have the front page. It's done. And once, after doing campaigns like this constantly, sending all of that authority to a local business, you have 3-pack listings in very, very short periods of time. Okay, so that's us there. Let's try maybe one more keyword here. So let's try small business marketing maybe. Bang. Top of the page again. Okay, what else do we have? Let's change it up a bit. Let's go to another case study. I want to try and cover as many as we can today. I know everybody was, and whoever submitted that case study, by the way, a big, big thank you to you. So we've got Gladstone Injury Rehab Bank. Gladstone is obviously a local, it's a locality, and you've got Gladstone Physiotherapist Injury Rehab Headache Pain Management. Gladstone Injury Rehab Bank, top of the page. Thank you very much. We've got, let's try Gladstone Injury, maybe pain. Oh look, Google's actually recommended that search term. So it's getting searches, and bang. Top of the page again. OneTV.com, another authority news site, 6 hours. Again, 6 hours. So let me know what you think. What do you think of these listings? Put it into the chat box. So do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Whatever. Your feedback is welcome. I'd love to know what you think of these rankings and what you think of these case studies so far. If you put that in the chat box, I'd love to know. So Kurt says, what if you have several locations for your business in a metro area? What is the best way? So Kurt, the best way to do it, and I'll talk more about this in a second, is you can target small areas. So for example, if you've got New York, you very rarely would anybody even think of going for something like I don't know, law firm New York or something silly like that. You'd break it down into the areas. When you look at Brooklyn, you'd look at different parts of New York, Long Island, for instance, where we've got a ranking, and I showed that yesterday. So you'd break it down, and that would be the strategy. Break it down to smaller areas where there's low-hanging fruit, and then combined with the authority over time, you'll begin to take over. All right, cool. All right, so we've got Gladstone Injury Pain Management. Maybe try one more. Injury, let's change the keyword. Let's try headache. Pain management, and bang, top of the page. And we've got, okay. So dominating there, what else do we have? We've got Denver, improve Google rankings. So if you're in Denver and you want to improve Google rankings, it's massive keywords there, right? Look, top of the page again, 6 hours, ABC, thank you very much. And remember, the way we're doing this is just taking us 10 minutes for all of these different keywords that I'm typing into Google for this one piece of content, and it gets us ranked. Why? Can anybody remember, if you were present in the previous session, how are we getting ranked? Raymond, the answer to your question is absolutely not.
Raymond is asking if there's a pre-recorded webinar, but it is not. So even we,
no, that's what I'm saying.
We can show the questions coming in. So no, it is not pre-recorded. Now, I really like this kind of keyword. So we can do this keyword for any city, correct? So if you really are in improving Google ranking, in providing Google My Business ranking services, SEO, or even AdWords, if you show up, you have a potential lead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you can target your locality. We've got Denver here because that's what the person requested.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can target whatever you want. And just to show you the depth of keywords here, so this is one keyword. What if somebody types in improve, something like, I don't know, digital marketing. Another keyword, bang, top of the page. You've got competition here, look. Denver Boulder Digital Marketing Agency. You've got agency, web design, outranking all of our competitors, right? And then what if you wanted something like, you want to improve social media? Get those people on board, bang, still ranked on top of the page. I mean, it's pretty incredible, right? And it goes on and on. So, cool. Combined between the previous training and today's, we've got tons of case studies. You've seen proof. You've seen how this works. You know, it's done. But if you want to see some more case studies, I can spend another 20 minutes, half an hour doing that. But again, you know, if you just want me to go ahead and show you how this is done, then I can do that too. Remember, this is your training. You get to decide. So put it into the chat box real quick. If you want me to show you some more case studies, it's an A. But if you want me to just go ahead and show you how this is done, I can see the excitement building here. It's a B. So B, if you want me to go ahead, break this down and show you how we're getting all of these fantastic results as we're seeing here. All right, so the people have spoken. B says Jim, Rich, Doug, big hello to you, Raymond. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's get out of here and jump into the... Okay. So in case you haven't managed to figure it out, like I said yesterday, the way we're doing this is by using press releases. A good friend of mine recently said to me, when I went to visit him in his office, he said, Jay, he had just a sheer look of overwhelm in his face. He said, Jay, I love press releases. They're fantastic. You know, they work. They're solid. But how do you even, how do you start? Where do you start from, right? Do you write it? Where do you write it? Like, how does it structured? How does it need to be structured? And you may feel like this in your life at some point, right? We all feel like it from time to time when we know that we want to do something. We know it's good. Just like before we started driving, it's like you know you want to drive, but it's where do you start? And I said to him, well, have you ever filled out a form online? And I ask you the same thing right now. Have you ever filled out a form online? Because that's how simple we've made the entire process. So watch this. And by the way, for those wondering who weren't present yesterday, 2 days ago, the way we're using press releases is not like you've ever seen before. That's my guarantee, because nobody, I repeat and I stress, nobody is doing this the way we're doing this right now. I don't know of a single press release company out there, even SEO companies, even companies who do all this great stuff out there for rankings and all that good stuff. None of them are doing what I'm about to show you right here for the purpose of what the whole training has been about. Very important for me to put out there. Anyway, I'm going to go with new product. So just watch how simple and easy this is to fill out, okay? So I'm going to start off, we've obviously filled these out already. So ranking software, target audiences, and marketers. Today is the 29th, so let's go with the 30th. December 2016. Oh, that's way too far into the future. Product name is, let's go with Press Cable, business name, SkyRanker, presscable.com, business URL, SkyRanker.com. Next. Okay, 3 features, no problem. First feature, name is, so getting your content listed on hundreds of authority news websites in 24 to 40 hours. Yes, please. Why was that included? So let's say it will make getting rankings easier. It's good for the customer because it helps save time and effort. Feature number 2, this then results in multiple front page rankings for mid to low competition keywords, right? Included to reduce time spent on campaigns. Good for the customer because it allows or increases authority and traffic. Feature 3 is, let's go with producing content in as little as 5 minutes, which is exactly what I'm doing right here, right? It was included, let's go with to increase return on investment. And why is that good for the customer? Because it increases take-home profits. Nice and easy. Okay, so person from business providing the quote is myself. My position, let's go with Chief Marketing Officer. Quote about the product, let's say simply no-brainer. Just the one product. And excited, or why are you excited? And just look at that. By the way, if you see if you see the template here on the right-hand side, just drop me a quick one in the chat. Just want to make sure you can see this. Very, very important that you can. Okay, all right, we've got ones coming in. Beautiful. Okay, now check that out. Look how easy this makes the whole thing. If it's not easy enough, it's asking you to finish the sentence. Like, you are excited about this product because, and then it's giving you tons and tons of suggestions as well. Anyway, so we're going to go with something like, simply put, it's a game changer, and next. Okay, and bang, there it is. Your bona fide press release, right? And how long did that take me to do? Minutes. Just consider how many you could be doing in, even if you spent, let's say, 15 minutes it took you to connect, dot your I's, cross your T's. You're looking at one press release every 15 minutes, right? In 1 hour, you would have 4 press releases. You spend 1 single hour on this every single day for 1 week only, you'll end up with 28 press releases, right? 28. Why is that important? I'll tell you. Let's break this down. So listen to this very, very carefully and with undivided attention, because I won't be able to repeat this. So let's break down what happens. Very simple. First of all, every press release gives you 3 links. Okay? And the link is what brings this together. So for us as a dummy, let's go with whatevermakesyoumoney.com. So that's your link. Okay? Your local business is a plumber, that's your link. Your local business is a law firm, that's your link. Tree surgeon, that's your link. They're a cosmetic surgery, that's your link. It doesn't matter, is what I'm saying. That's where your link goes. Bam, job done. Okay? That's where the authority goes. That's where all the all the juice and all the the leveraging of each individual news site goes to. And Google sees that over time and just says, you know what? You're good. Tipping point done. They accept you. You're in. They trust you. It's done. All right. So here it is. The interesting thing is, like I said before, so we've got 3 links for every press release is what you're allowed. Okay? Every press release gets distributed to 200 authority sites. There's actually more, but we're going to go with 200 just for now, okay? Be conservative. 200. So CNN, Fox News, ABC, all these big sites and the authority associated with them. 200 multiplied by 3 is 600, right? So 600 links is what you get from one press release. 600. Right? Simple. Now, 600 multiplied by 28 releases is what you're pumping out in that week. Equals 16,800 authority links, not from shady sites, not from sites that are emulating authority rather than having it. No. This is directly from authority news sites and the juice and the great leverage that you've got there. 16,000. Unbelievable, right? You can see now, and it should be becoming abundantly clear why we're hitting tipping points very, very quickly, because the sheer level of authority is just untouchable, right? And to top things off, that's not just it. It doesn't end there, because if I scroll down, each individual release has its own mini citation builder. Bang. Look at this ad company. And when you do what you do here, you put the physical address, phone number, and name of that business. Gets distributed. Boom. 200 guaranteed news sites every single release. On top of the power and the leverage you're getting from the 16,000 links. I mean, it's just untouchable, right? Unbelievable. I know a lot of people were excited about the citations in particular and how easy it is, because I showed you just how easy it is right here. Okay, so based on what I've been talking about today, and based on the previous session, I'd love to know if you've caught on. So let me know what you think I should do with the headline. If you think I should keep it the same, then let me know. If you think I should change it, then put that in the chat box. So 1 for keeping it the same, and 2 for changing it. If you want to put that in the chat real quick, that would be wonderful. Jim, the answer to your question is it's entirely up to you. You can increase the authority of a single business in a week by doing 28 releases, or if that's what I'm just basically breaking down what's possible here. But you can focus on your releases. You can maybe target one business for 3 months and then just put it on automation, which I'll talk about later, or you can target multiple businesses at one time, completely up to you. And the best part is yet to come, because I haven't even talked about how you can close a client tomorrow using this technique and method. Would you like that? Would you want to know this 3-step guide to closing a local business tomorrow using this? Okay, anyway, I'll talk more about that in a second. What do I do with the headline? Everybody has put a 1 in the chat. Okay, and a few people have put 2. That's fine. Well, here's the thing. Yep, everybody's correct. You're clearly paying attention. Of course, I'm going to change it, and what I'm going to do is throw in as many keywords as I possibly can, right? Because this is the stacking trick in full flow. This is the stacking trick. Bam, job done. So, just like we had here, and I'll show you another example of the Denver one. So we had Denver improve social media, for instance. So this piece of content here, they're obviously a local business agency, right? So if I fetch the headline here, this is how this works. Okay, this brings it all together for you. If I just get the headline here, if it highlights it, come on. So slow. Sorry, just a second. All right, here we go. Copyright. So first of all, as you can see, all my keywords are here. So if I type in overnight rankings software service, I'll get ranked. If I type in press release software service, I'll get ranked. Doesn't matter what order, as long as the keywords are in the headline, we're good to go, right? Not to mention the huge power of having a word like discount with huge buyer intent. If somebody types one of these keywords in and discount at the end, and you appear on the front page of Google, like we're doing here, the sale is practically done, isn't it? I mean, what more do you want? You're getting all these buyers coming through who have typed discount into Google. They're ready to buy from you, right? And you conveniently are on the top of the rankings. Okay, so if we reverse engineer this, here is the headline for this piece of content, right? Sorry, my mouse is playing up. Okay. So here's the headline. I hit publish on this because Denver is a keyword, social is a keyword, media is a keyword, digital is a keyword, marketing, improve Google rankings, site launched. So all of these are very, very good keywords. And I typed them all into Google, right, when we were searching. And we were ranked at the top for each and every one. So if I type in Denver, social media, improve Google rankings, I'm ranked. If I type in improve Google rankings, Denver, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I'm going to get ranked for most of them. There might be some which are too competitive, but that's absolutely fine. As long as you're ranked for 5 to 10, I mean, that's solid for a piece of content that takes you 10 minutes to do, isn't it? Okay, so the best part of the training is for me to know from you. Sam, I'll talk more about the redirect. Yeah, absolutely. What you're saying is, yeah, completely bang on the money. But the best part of this, and my favorite part, is imagine you walk into a local client business, okay, because you want to close them, and you've put out a release 7 hours ago. You walk into the office and you say, listen, I've already got you ranked. Because we talked about this yesterday. I won't go into too much detail, but we discussed at length how the biggest obstacle a lot of us face when we're closing local businesses is they don't trust you, right? Why should they? They get phoned up every single day from dusk till dawn from people saying things like, oh, hi there, yeah, I think, I'll help you. It's going to cost you this much money. And they're like, what do I get for it? Oh, yeah, we'll do this and we'll improve that and whatever. And then somebody else will call them. Oh, hi, yeah, I can help you with blah, 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 blah. It's going to cost you this much money. I mean, just stop, right? Stop. These guys have been stung so many times that they've become almost immune to sales. So what's the best way to slice through that? Well, the best way to slice through it is to create trust from the onset, before you've even done anything else. Because trust is the big, salespeople talk about rapport, right? That's what it's all about, and I agree. But what's the quickest way to build rapport? Is to build trust, which is unquestionable. And that's exactly what you can do by walking into an office tomorrow and showing them a ranking that you've already got them and saying, you haven't asked for any money, you haven't talked about business, you haven't talked about anything, you just say, look, I think I can help you, let me pop in, I'll buy you a coffee, you sit down and you say, oh, so you wanted to rank for this keyword, right? And this keyword, would that help your business? Is it hurting you not being on the first page, etc., etc.? And then highlight, oh, look, is that your competitor? Oh, interesting. Is that your competitor? Oh, look, that's your competitor. Oh, look, that's your competitor. And then you go back through the keywords and say, oh, well, look, actually, you see the ranking at the top on abcnews.com? That's actually you. I've already got you ranked. Bang. Show them a different keyword. Already got you ranked. Bang. And then you just say, oh, because I've got a local agency in the UK and we charge £500 per month for it, for one of these, in terms of keeping them ranked at the top. So I'm like, if you want these results to continue, then it's going to be £500 a month, which is roughly $700. And if they say to you, oh, I don't know, or they don't want to pay, or whatever, just say, okay, perfect. Well, I'll tell you what. You see this link that's going directly to your website. I'm just gonna change that. I'm gonna put a redirect script in place, and which takes minutes to do. And I'm gonna sort of redirect all of this traffic, authority, and front page ranking to your competition. All you have to say to them is, oh yeah, you're right. I'm sure your biggest competitor down the road wouldn't mind another front page ranking and wouldn't mind even more traffic. They won't let you leave that room. Okay, that's my guarantee. I had a similar experience where I closed a local business. You can see this is an interesting story, but you can see £500 there, and this was back in July of 2015. This business did the same thing to me, and it taught me a lot, because they said, oh, we don't want to pay, but it sounds good. A very Italian restaurant, very like almost Goodfellas like, not stereotyping much, but they were like, Jay, it's a very gregarious character and very Italian. He's like, I don't know, and I was like, look, that's fine. I'm sure, the pizza shop around the corner can do with another ranking. They didn't let me leave the office without doing the deal. And there's the signature. Right there. Okay. Anyway, let's go back here real quick. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to move forward super fast. Before I do that, can I just ask what your business is? Because just for suitability purposes, I want to make sure, and I'm sure you do too, because you don't want to waste your time here, whether this is going to work for you, right? I mean, that's what I would be thinking if I was you. I'd be like, sounds good, looks amazing, but will this work for me? Will this actually 100% work for me? And I'm telling you, like now, suitability purposes, and just for suitability purposes, if you put into the chat box what your business is or what you're trying to target, trying to close, put it in the chat box, and I'll tell you if this is going to work for you or not. Very simple. I can't do better than that, right? Kurt says real estate photography. Fantastic, Kurt. So what do you think happens with the keywords in the headline? You've got real estate, you've got photography, you've got for hire, you've got, and then you've got the locality. You throw them into the headline here, and you're good to go. Weight loss center, perfect. So gym, what kind of keywords? Weight loss, fitness, more energy, gyms, private, all of these things. Put that into the headline, hit publish, and bang, front page. Okay? And what's interesting is with real estate, with any business actually, you just put out, so you target one set of keywords, put out a piece of content. Then you target another set of keywords, put out a piece of content, and go on and on and on, and really clear up. So Raymond says carpet cleaning. Yep, so you've got things like, as an example, you've got carpet, cleaning 24-hour service with deals with tough stains, Long Island, right? So there you go. So now if somebody types in carpet cleaning 24-hour service, you're going to get ranked. If somebody types in Long Island 24-hour carpet cleaning service, you're going to get ranked. Somebody types in Long Island tough stains carpet cleaning service, yes, that's right, you're going to get ranked. Raymond says online marketing. Well, look, this is a classic example for you right here, in fact. Denver improved social media, right? Denver improved digital marketing, and bang, still there. So that's a good one to show you. It's already done. All right, so that being said, let's jump straight back into the presentation. I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Just super quick, based on what I've shown you then, so not the keywords and any of that stuff, but just the filling in of the form. If you can just put it into the chat box real quick, whether you thought that was easy or whether you thought that was hard. Really quickly, let's see. So just filling in the form, nothing else, just the form. Roman says yes, great. Sam says easy. Kurt says easy. Easy, 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 easy. Ping, ping, ping. Okay. All right, perfect. That's cool. I think almost every single one of you put easy in there, which is fantastic. The feedback is appreciated. However, what if you didn't have to do or worry about any of that? You didn't even have to look at the screen I just showed you. You simply give us a URL, and our in-house world-class copywriters who are based in London, based in the UK, I'm based in London, but based in the UK and based in the US, not outsourced, work full-time for Press Cable, will do the whole thing for you. Keyword research, breaking it down in detail, targeting the best keywords, where to put your link, how to put your link, headlines, everything. On automation, done for you. You just go out there and close businesses. Would you like that? If you would, give me a 1 in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to open up that side of the presentation. All right, but I need some demand. Otherwise, there's no point in me showing you what I could, because you're controlling your own training, right? So 1, if I get enough 1s in the chat, then I can open up that side of the conversation, the presentation rather. Okay, interesting. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, perfect. So a couple of things before we move forward is Press Cable is the fastest growing press release company, which is us in the world. Customers are flocking to us, which is fantastic. Main reason, we're making it affordable for people like you and I, small businesses, to be given the opportunity to fight the big guns, right? Very important. Secondly, I wanted to talk about how, just with the market and what's happening, PR Web is one of our biggest competitors, also one of the biggest distributors, press releases out there, will charge you $369 for a single press release, not even written or done, it's just a distribution. And we've actually overtaken their distribution now. Distribution meaning more citations to more authority sites and leveraging more authority sites. So more CNNs, Fox Newses, and sites like that. We have more now. But then you'd have to get it written, so it's $250 plus $369. That's a lot of money, right? Local businesses typically charge $500 to $2,000, so there's not even much of a margin there if you went via this route. Interestingly, this is not for 10 press releases, 5 press releases, 15. This is for one single individual press release. Unbelievable, right? Okay, anyway, I've already talked about what we've covered. Okay, I just wanted to say between the two trainings that my purpose was to show you how powerful news releases are with the right distribution. And I mean, my sentiment, my passion in life, just like Jack's, just like Chris's, and all our teams, is to help people. So if I've managed to give you something, even if it's a small little bit of information or inspiration, whatever it might be, it's going to help you. It's going to push you along. then fantastic. I know that I've served my purpose, and that's very, very important for me to say. Okay, we do that whenever we deliver live training. Okay, all right. So the question remains, of course, it's on the screen. Would you like to have access to this platform at less than a tenth of the price? So not a tenth, but a less than a tenth of the price of PR Web, who charge an extortionate amount of money for better distribution, because of course we've now got better distribution than they have. Okay, all right, because here's the thing. Now the doors have actually been closed to this offer, but they're about to be reopened, and you can thank Jack for this, because this is a very, very special offer. It's a strictly limited offer, and it's here to raise buzz, okay? But the price is going to go up by nearly 500% very, very soon. Now, once I give you this link, you absolutely need to get in now for the best deal. If you don't do that, then you will miss out. Many have, and many will continue to. We are a bona fide press release company. We're the fastest growing on the planet right now. Okay, so we cannot leave this offer open for long. So once I give you the link, jump in. The deal is incredible at over 90% off the price that PR Web charges for. If we charge this price normally, we would be out of business. We simply cannot keep the price up. You're seeing this today because Jackson invited us on to present a very, very special offer to you, okay? That's the only reason you're having access to this link. So you can thank Jack for that. Okay, so this is how you're going to get access to your 90+% discount. Number one, well, first of all, the offer is limited to the first 100 people willing to do the following three things. Number one, you must commit to do your first campaign within 30 days. If you do that, you're going to be successful. Secondly, you must commit and follow our training. If you do that, you will be successful. And finally, you must email in and let us know how you felt about your first campaign. This is one of the most important parts here, right? Why? Because if you do this, well, first of all, if you do these three things, two things happen. Number one, you demonstrate that you are serious about your business. You're a proper entrepreneur online. Secondly, okay, perhaps more significantly, you're the right person for us to be working with and putting this powerful tool into the hands of, okay? It's a very, very powerful method and tool, and you're the right person for us to be working with. So, and yes, quite frankly, you know, and take this the right way, please, because we don't need your money, okay? We don't need your money. We're a 7-figure software business. We've got over, I think it's 7,400 users or something at last count. So we don't need your money. What we do want, and what I cannot get enough of, is your stories, okay? We've heard several, you know, life-changing stories which are beautiful, where people have helped local businesses to overturn their fortunes and, you know, really push on and make things happen. So get your stories in, make sure you email in. So your success is absolutely our success, all right? You know that because of our respect for Jack. We will get you over that line. If you're committed, you're ready for this, hold on now. Here's your discount link, and there it is. It's on your page, and it's also in the chat box for you right now. It's yesit's4.me/Jack. So yesit's4.me/Jack. So Jack, I just wanted to invite you on to say a couple of words before we do a very quick Q&A, because we'll be shutting down very, very soon. So Jack, are you there?
I'm here. So thanks for the presentation and for showing the case study. So kind of, I have one thing to ask if you're ready for it. So does it work also for Google My Business listing for the 3-pack if I want to rank high in the 3-pack?
Absolutely. Here's a very quick example I showed yesterday. So you'll be able to see this. So Frisia Slough. Slough is the locality. Okay. And so if I just type, let me just go to google.com like we did yesterday, because it changes depending on where I am. I'm in a different location today. So, oh, that's the buy link. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the client that we closed a while ago that I was talking about, who were not on the first page. of Google when we started working with them, okay? After 3 months, and by the way, the way I close them for this client is, in fact, I'll show you super quickly the exact piece of content. There it is, bang. Restrain in Slough. Slough is a locality. Restrain is the keyword, and boom, they're at the top of the page. Leveraging marketersmedia.com, and you can see, for those asking how long some of these rank for, look at that.
Okay.
19.
So if you click on that link, it will show how exactly this was posted.
What do you mean, sorry?
So I like to see how this was posted. Did you use another subject line? How was the content posted? You know, what is the process? Is the process the same if you want to rank a site in Google My Business as in natural search?
Absolutely, because this is to close them, and if you continue doing pieces of content like this using the service, just putting in the headline there, and of course it can be completely automated because we can do the whole thing for you. Then after doing pieces of content like this, after 3 months, because of the authority you get with Google, you hit a tipping point, and they started to appear on the front page. Not only that, but we've got 2 listings here now. And we've also got a 3-pack listing, and it took us 3 to 4 months of doing just one piece of content every month. That took us 10 minutes.
So
and that's what I was showing.
okay, so if I understand this correctly, when you do the press release backlinking, the website like ABC shows up immediately, and on the website you have a link to your original website. So they go via ABC to your original website. For Google My Business, it takes a couple of months to build up enough authority and enough trust to rank in Google My 3-pack, correct? Because it needs to have an history.
Exactly. So the more authority you're generating, the quicker you'll hit that tipping point, as I said. It's right here. And Google would then just trust you. It's done. You know, because of the sheer authority that you're bringing in so quickly from CNN, Fox News, ABC, and it's just constantly hitting your site, whatever site you're targeting, over time. So not only do you get the front page rankings anyway overnight, like here, or sometimes during the same day, but what also happens is over time, Google just accepts you, like you've just said there, Jack, quite rightly so, and says, bam, you're in the 3-pack. Job done.
Yeah, but does it happen overnight when you target a 3-pack keyword, or does it take just more time, more press releases, a couple of months to rank there? So what is the expected, what is the average time? And of course it depends on the keyword that your listing of your client will rank in the 3-pack.
Yes, so as you know, I mean, there's so many different factors, right? So many different sort of levels of competition. However, depending on the level of competition, okay, you can be ranking in the 3-pack for a business within weeks if you're aggressive enough with your campaigns, meaning the more pieces of content you're putting out, the faster you'll get into the 3-pack. It's as simple as that, because more authority you're generating, right? And the more links you get. And then remember, the more pieces of content that you're putting out there, it begins to stack up, because you might have one piece of content like we can see here. So if you do another piece of content, then naturally, you know, it's going to start building up on this page, and you'll begin to push your competitors onto the second page of Google as well. So it accumulates, and it's an accumulating impact. So yeah, quite frankly, it's down to the individual. Some niches might take months. Others, if it's low competition enough, you can be doing in a matter of weeks.
Okay. So to be clear, I think to all the members, to list on the first page of Google, it happens in a day. To list in a 3-pack, it takes more time, a couple of weeks to a couple of months, because Google asks more authority, and in the 3-pack there's only 3 listings, and in organic there are 10 listings, so there's more competition to get there. Correct?
Absolutely. That's exactly how it works.
Okay.
So
So I think we just have to make that transparent.
absolutely. And here's the other thing. It's fully automated, right? So you can just go into your members area. You can there's a box you tick, and you say, all right, I want the copywriter to just target this business every week. I want a press release to go out, and then you don't need to touch it again. Of course, you can approve the press release. Once it's written, you'll get an email every week saying, here's a press release. Do you approve? Yes, done. If you don't even want that process, and you want us to just take care of that too, then you won't even need to approve it. It's your
So
choice.
so just make now an cost calculation. So if I see this right, you have to do press release once a week to become in the 3-pack, okay? So you need 4 press releases in a month to and kind of do the ongoing up to your lock-in in the 3-pack. So that is your cost part. On the other hand, your happy is very happy that they list in the 3-pack. They get a much more traffic to the website, and probably much more business. They are willing to pay you a significant amount of money, at least $200, that they are listed on the first page of Google. So that is your income, and then you have to make sure that those 4 press releases cost lesser than you get from your client, and that is where you make your ROI. So, and of course the cost is depending on if you get a 20 pack press releases, or the 10 pack. So you can I think you have to make the calculation what your costs are, the 10 pack or the 10 press release or the 20 press releases, and set that off to what you get from your client. Now the beauty of this system is you can even have it all done for you. So the only thing what you need is able to handle the credit cards. So if you can handle the credit card, you can accept the payment and have it all done for you. So that way you can kind of expand your business without working harder. Because up to now, I have never been a big fan from SEO because it's too much work. But I'm okay to accepting credit card payment and pay for the effort lesser than I earn. So that is how I look to this.
Yeah, so, and the other thing, I think this is going to be quite clear for people too. What I would do if I was you, because remember, I did one piece of content for these guys a month. That's it. So if I was you, what I would do is you could just do one a month to start with a local business. And if you've got 20 or 30 releases, then you use your releases to close more and more clients, right? Because you walk into offices, show them front page rankings, build that trust, close the deal, and then get a press release out on automation for them every month, and then continue to do that. And then that will tell you which businesses are going to be more competitive or not, and then you can decide whether you want to double up on your press releases, do more, do less, whatever it might be. And then your ROI is even higher, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you're doing less.
So not every city is the same. So if you go to a high population, there's more competition. Also, not every niche is the same. So that means some niches like lawyers, they have more competition. So you need much more authority juice for that. So you have to find kind of the niche and the city to have the most benefit from it. So that is, I think we all understand that. And what Jay says is now don't start once a week, but rather do more clients once a month. So A, you earn more, and B, your cost is lower, and you will find out over time which niches and cities works the best, and you can uh, just focus on that and continue with that. But I
Absolutely.
guess there is a Facebook group for this, correct? So if you are, if you are rolling and you follow the training, you can all ask all those questions and comments for your cases.
Perfect. And also people are asking about subscription. There is a subscription and you have 7 days to lock that in. So right now, the prices you're seeing are a one-off, okay? If you want to lock in the discount here, you can do that. But we've only got subscriptions available for either the $296 or the $96. There is no, sorry, 97. There is no subscription for the 496. So what customers typically do is choose their package, right? So they go for the 496 because it's the best value. They check out, and then in their members area, they choose which one they want to lock in. And you'll have 7 days to do that. If you do not do that and you miss out, then you cannot have a subscription again for the price that we're offering today. So this is to offer you the opportunity to lock in this discount for life. You can cancel at any time. Any unused press releases will stack up and roll over, and they never ever expire, so you're good on that front as well. Okay, so it's very important to point out that you can subscribe and you can lock in this rate. If you do not do that, and if you purchase today but you don't lock in the discount, that's fine. That's obviously your prerogative. But then you cannot rebuy more releases at this price. It's going to cost you a lot more money. Press PR Web charge $369, and that's not even to get it written. That would be extra. I'll show you just quickly, being super transparent here, how much we charge. And this is our website. So this is what you'll be paying normally and what normal press cable customers pay. $159 for a software credit and $259 for an authored service. Okay? Today, you're getting 20 releases for $496. I mean, that's astounding value. And 6 of those are, of course, authored. I mean, the pricing really is insane. And this is why, if you miss out, then that's it. We cannot, and we will not, we will not move the posts there. The offer closes when it closes, and we're already pushing out the boat with Jack, negotiating a really, really good price for you on this, because of course, considering the power, and we're the fastest growing press release company in the world, so we need to be very, very careful how we do these. And the only reason you're seeing the prices on my screen right now is because Jack has invited you on this special training to be offered this today. All right, so jump in, choose your package, and check out, and you can lock in your discount in the members area. And of course, you can cancel at any time, so you won't be billed for 30 days on the subscription as well. So you'll be billed today on just the package you buy, but then if you lock in your discount, that payment will not go out for 30 days. So technically, and this potentially damages my business, but if it's going to help you, then why not? Because you can cancel within 30 days. You've got 30 days to do that. So instead of having 7 days to decide, you can have 30, but you need to lock in the discount first. And then if you don't like it, you can simply cancel with no obligation. All right? Very simple. So Jack, are there any other questions you're seeing?
Yeah, I think your support team is answering them pretty well. So
yeah, it's just if you see a question which most people may be wondering, that's worth me speaking and repeating.
So I think Sam is asking if the press release is written, do I own the release? I think how I see it is posted on an authority site like ABC, and that is not that you own them or press cable own them. No, it just posted online. So at that point, it doesn't work. So there's nothing that you can change it afterward, correct? Once it is posted. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
you cannot change it.
Yeah, so
You
no,
cannot.
it's not it is live. Huh? It's not like a website that you can edit after the posting. Huh?
Exactly. But you do, you know, to your client, that's your listing. You own that piece of digital real estate, and you know you're basically hiring it to them, right? Just like you'd rent out a flat or something, you're renting that space on Google, which is worth a lot of money, especially with the examples I showed you today.
Okay, I think we did an excellent, you did an excellent training to show the case studies and explain what it takes to rank in Google and in Google Treepack. I think the process is clear. You fill out the form, and Press Cable is publishing to 200 plus authority sites. The listing in natural search will rank fast. For the Treepack, it takes a little bit more effort. Make sure you make a good ROI from doing your SEO efforts, what you outsource, and also make sure that you get the credit card from your client. And don't worry about how you can take the credit card from the client, because I'm bad at testing a new application for it, so that is coming soon. And the nature of entrepreneurs, which you are, all of us, is that you have the skill to set up something, but you don't like to do the work. So, and with this application, this posting application, you don't need to do the work. You just need to have it set up. So I'd like to thank everybody. The replay will be posted as soon as possible on jackholman.com. And I think it's up to you to take action on this. And luckily, probably you have some time this week to check it out. Thank you so much, and see you next time, coming Tuesday, 8 p.m. training. Jay, thanks. If you want to add something, then.
Yeah, sure. Just wanted to say thanks to you, Jack. It's been an absolute pleasure. You know, we've got a lot of respect for what you do. You're always putting out quality stuff in terms of training and resources, so thank you for that. And thank you to everybody. You know, it's clear everybody's serious about what they're doing, and the diversity of the businesses you're working with has also been great to see. So thank you to each and every one of you. And I want to thank my support staff, Alex, Evelyn. We cannot do the training without you. So.
Yes. Yeah, they were very active in answering the questions. And everybody, I really appreciate your questions, like Paul, Kurt, Jeff. Thank you so much, and see you coming Tuesday for the next training.